True Horrifying Story Part 4. There are a couple of paranormal spots in the UAE that are known to be haunted, such as the Pan Emirates Tunnel, the Khail Gate Building, the Ghost Town in Ras Al Khaimah, the Jumeirah House. But by far, the most haunted place, the most place that made visitors' spines shiver, with the most recorded paranormal incidents, is Al Qasimi Palace in Ras Al Khaimah. This palace was built by the late Sheikh Abdulaziz bin Hamid Al Qasimi in 1985. Since the late 1980s, this palace was already abandoned with all the furniture inside. A man was called to come into this palace 20 years ago. He was a little bit worried because he knows about the supernatural spirits that roam its halls. He had a maintenance work order to work in one of the rooms in that palace since the palace was sold to someone else. On the first day of his jobs, things such as his tools would be found misplaced. He would take something out of his bag and then leave, come back, and that tool is back in the bag again. These few things were only confusing him. He did not think otherwise. A few days later, these chandeliers would rock right and left while there was no wind in that room. In some occasions, this man would hear children's voices inside the palace and ignore it for hours. Through reflections, he would see glimpses of children staring at him for a split second. He was reporting these cases to the people in charge, but no actions were taken. A week later, this man would see furniture being tossed around like toys in front of his eyes. Entities that have intense amount of power that can manage to toss couches and tables across a whole room. He felt completely uninvited and decided to leave that work order. On that same year, holy men would come, read prayers, and cleanse the palace. No serious reports were made later on. But till this very day, the voices are still heard by some visitors that these beings don't like. And these same visitors would witness what seems to be like children would stare at them from the windows as they walk.